I'll never forget, man. I'd been working down there in WCW, and shit, I can't remember how long I'd been there. I was new. I was still pretty new in the business, but I was having pretty good matches. And I just got finished working a loop with Sting. Sting, Jesus Christ, man. He was one of the top guy. I was having great matches with Sting, and he was beating me every night. Then I was having great matches with Ricky Steamboat, and either he was beating me every night, or we were doing Broadways, whatever. But I was going toe-to-toe with these guys. And a lot of more Broadways, but I put a lot of them over too, Sting and Steamboat. And then all of a sudden, hey man, I want you to work a loop with Erik Watts. And so we start working Broadways with Erik Watts. And I'm thinking, okay, 15 minutes. And then all of a sudden, hey man, we want you to put the kid over. I was like, man, I just got finished working some hellacious barn burners with Sting, Steamboat, and I was good enough to do Broadways with the kid, and now you really want me to put him over? Yep. And Grizzly Smith was giving me these instructions.
Well, I remember Grizz.
Yep. I said, Grizz, I ain't doing it. And he goes, well, Steve, why not? I said, I ain't. I said, man, I've been having these bust-ass matches with Sting and Steamboat, and I don't see myself getting beat by Erik Watts. And nothing against Erik Watts, but, shit, he was just 6 months in the fucking business.
Yeah.
And, there comes a time, not in everyone's career, you're either going to get fucked on money, and you got to learn about money. You got to learn about the business. We keep going, trying to get this thing back to something that your students can take away from it. You got to learn the money game. You got to learn the political game, or how to play your cards, how to be a businessman. And then sometimes, as part of that businessman, is when to put your foot down, because, they told you that you weren't going to get beat. Then all of a sudden they pulled the rug out from you, and you got to do the favors. Well, all of a sudden that rug got pulled. It was only a spot show. It was a house show. But I said no. And the very next day, I think that show was on a Friday. The next business day was a Monday. And it got called right into Dusty's office. Because once I refused, he put the call in. We did a Broadway, and that's when I got called in. He goes, Steve, why did you do that? And I told him, I said, hey, man, I said, I think I'm better than that. And he goes, this almost cost you your job. I said, well, I'm sorry about that, but that's just the way I feel. And anyway, they kept me on, and I didn't get fired, but I held my ground, and that was just one thing that I had to do at that time.